So basically, when it comes to religion, every single religion in the world has its own beliefs. But one common goal that all these religions share is to win more souls for their religion. And that brings us to the story of the man who challenged the Quran. Gary Miller is a Canadian mathematician and a lecturer on religion. He was a Christian missionary for 15 years and often wrote to churches, figures from different sects, asking them what they thought of a particular verse in the Bible or its interpretation and posing challenging arguments. In 1977, Gary turned his attention to the Holy Quran for the first time with the intention of wanting to put it to the test in the same way. The preacher decided to provide a great service to Christianity through exposing scientific and historical errors in the Holy Quran in a way that would be beneficial to him and his fellow preachers in calling Muslims to Christianity. As he read the Quran, he continued to find it in agreement with his own beliefs and with what he thought was common sense. Miller was amazed when he read a great verse in the Quran, Surah An-Nisa 82, which says, "Do they not ponder on the Quran? Had it been from other than Allah, they would have found in it many contradictions." He concluded that he had already been a Muslim without even knowing it. He adopted a Muslim name, Abdul Ahad Umar, but continued to go by his original name, Gary Miller. He worked for years at the University of Petroleum and Minerals in Saudi Arabia before devoting himself completely to the call of Islam in providing lectures that displayed Islam theology and law. Professor Miller says there is no author in the world that has the courage of writing a book which is free from errors. But the Quran says on the contrary that it has no error and also challenges you to find the errors, if any. He also says that calling the Quran amazing is not something done only by Muslims who have an appreciation for the book and who are pleased with it, but it has equally been labeled as amazing by non-Muslims. According to Dr. Miller, some of the topics that opened his mind to Islam are the Catholic churches studying the Quran for centuries in an attempt to find proof that it is a fabrication, yet they have not done so, the source of the Quran, the mathematical approach of Quran, exactness of the time zones, the miraculous nature of and scientific approach of the Quran. So Dr. Miller's intention of challenging the Quran was to draw Muslims to Christianity, but in the end, look what happened. He rather became a Muslim.